Alright, so everyone, welcome to the stream. Continuing along with the line art from where we left off yesterday on Kurumi. Basically, I just have a bit of her hair, and well, I need to figure out exactly how the thumb's supposed to look because it's not in a great spot right now, but might come back to that, honestly. It's kind of horrific right now. First finish up the parts I actually need on her, which is namely the separation of the back hair just a little bit. Probably get away with a certain amount of it just being a single chunk, given that we can't actually see her hair at the back. But we don't have this. Do require probably at least two more pieces, one for the side on her right side. Just so that we're filling up effectively like how much does it want to wolf out? Should I wolf it out more? Or just wolf it out like that? I think we'll just kind of fill this in like this one now, just so that closed off and it's easy to work with. And then, what do I actually want to do with it inside? It basically just needs to cover literally everything that's not covered right now, but having multiple pieces will make the inside lines look a little nicer. It might actually be better just having a single piece and then another piece moving on top of it to kind of separate that. You could really only see her hair behind her head, and there's like one gap which is also being covered by another strand of hair coming down the side. Yeah, we'll have a think about that. Where's her hand gone? I think the problem is that I have like this. Does actually need to just be like straighter than that? Because right now, what am I looking at? This is the top and this. Well, this is the top. This is the side. The thumb is actually a bit of a. Well, it's not as round as it could be. I'll leave that there for now. Do I need to deal with anything else on her immediately? Really depends if I want a strand coming off her long side or backside parts. I have hiccups. Why do I have hiccups? That's a really convenient kind of hiccups. Ooh, wait. Alright, let me down a whole cup of water. Let's move on to Niko here. Have yet another unarmed version because only the three of them that has the whatchamacallit playable versions that currently has this, but I think I can actually go into game and find a version of Yukino that isn't armed. I think she's not particularly heavily armed to begin with, so it's actually not the biggest problem in the world. Okay, now then. I think I actually need to back Niko up a little bit. Think more about there. Okay, how much did that do? A little bit more? A little bit more? Actually, no, that should be about right. Okay, I was being pretty generous with the shade, given that it is slightly turned. We'll throw in all of the parts we need here. Hold a bunch of folders without really thinking about it. Go ahead and put this over into here. Just make a head shape. Hello there, how you doing? And then, just to get the nice shape here, we'll just go ahead and use a circle to represent the head. As something else. I want her face. I actually don't want her face to be wide. I want this to be. I want this to be. We'll just go with that. Give me a moment. Alright, you go over there. Okay then, so we're gonna go ahead and bring the head down. I think we're actually gonna pull the head in a little bit more than where it is right now. Actually, I want to pull it that far though. I actually want this to be mostly forward. Mostly forward should actually be like. I should bring this down a little bit more before pulling it in. Then like right about here. Actually, most of the way happy with the shape of the head in the sketch here, so I think we're just gonna follow it for the most part. Except for a little bit, we're gonna bring this chin out to like. We're going to bring this in a little bit earlier. We'll just go ahead and connect these two lines up. Yikes! Neat. Like a very mildly turned head to start with. Why is it like sitting in this weird between spot of kind of hot and it's kind of cold? Alright, let me just check. Then we want to go face. What are we dealing with for the most part here? How do I want to do that? Do I want to do... But regardless, let's make a layer here. Let's put that into another folder. That's called eyes. Put that into another folder. Right. Then we want to go. Let's see. 1 lash, 2 lash, 3 lash. 1 lid, 2 lid, brow, iris. Okay. Need all of these. And then we also want a color or just a raster layer for the eye white. We want to put you into eyeball folder. Probably actually put the lashes in folder as well. And then we duplicate the whole of this and you're left. Okay, am I happy with the brows kind of sitting? I think I wanted to be like a little bit. I can live with that. Bring this in a little bit tighter, I think. I'm gonna do it like this one now. It just makes it easier to work with later. But that's not as thin as I would like that to be. How do I feel about that? I can live with that. Or should this be curved a little bit more, actually? Let's roll that for a bit. Then this is the top, so we want to go. That feels a bit better. Then we want the. This is more just based on my style, but just still solid line there for now. I might actually change that in the future, but for now that okay for what we need. We'll roll this up. Take a look at that. How would that have to work if I want to do it like that? But regardless, let's move over to the right eye now. About there. About there. I actually want to like lower just a little bit. Then should have finished the rest of that before messing with that. Oh. I want to bring that more out. Oh, I actually want to bring the side lash in a little bit so that it's like about here instead. I can live with that. That's not what I'm trying to do. Whoop.
Je serai le président de tous les Français.
You. A little bit more. How do I feel about that? I feel okay with that. Alright, now how much do I want her front here to actually go over the top of the side here? That actually require a couple extra pieces. Her hair actually reaches down to her eye. I should probably do the rest of the face one. Close that, close that, close that, close that. There we go. Two. Top, your nose. Or you can be up. Then put that into a folder for the mouth. Once again, because we want to open the mouth and be able to control the shape later, we just want largely straight lines here. So we're just going to go here. Bend that long. And then duplicate it. And do another one. Okay, then we remove from the head. Do we need to be able to see her ears? There's no way we can see her ears, right? Here. Right, stick a layer into here. Folder. Do we want to put the front hair in front, or do we want to not put it in front? Her head is like mildly turned, so we can actually accommodate it. Or we could just completely ignore it. But this side's not as... Well, what we're looking at in the image is that... Well, one, it's not symmetrical. Because the left side, or her left side, is tucked in towards your ear, and then on the right side, it isn't. We follow that exactly. I think we'll just follow that exactly. Okay, so we want to actually put that in front. What do we want to do? Do we want to purposely layer the left side on top? Because her hair is like really thick. So you'll move the joint is as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what layered from front to back, from inner to outer. Actually curve kind of aggressively back to her face, shouldn't it? Maybe not that way. Make it so that we can see it, and then we want to pull the hair not from like here, but like Okay, then we want to pull next piece still in towards her cheek, but at about mouth level. How do we want to name these at this point? Then the next strand goes down to her, past her chin, but based on our angle, basically down to her chin. We'll go... Whoop. We'll stretch it out a tiny bit. Okay. What should I do? Sure. Actually, no. I'm not so sure. I'll tilt that a little bit. I think what we're doing, we'll tuck the next piece actually underneath. I'll tuck that in underneath, I think. I'm not sure I want her here to actually. Just do the outer piece first, that might help. I think we're gonna go here, we'll just bring it down. Tilt that a little bit. Then we want to go from like here. We'll just go ahead and tuck this in underneath here. Front. We'll split it into several parts here again. Go center in the bottom. One, two, three, four. God damn, I want to bring this. Oh, we're looking. I need to bring that up, actually. Basically as well. And literally all the way down to the eye. Somewhere around there. Actually pull the bits down a bit more. I actually want to cut off most of this. Yeah. Looks a little bit softer. Yeah. Want this to be in the front? Probably do, right? Alright, let's go like that. Yeah, I could just live with this, right? Sure. Alright, then we want to flip this around. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Actually, do. Consider it just a little bit differently, actually. Well, we want to sit a bit in front here. And slide the left bit underneath the existing here. Also, where is this part? Now these go over the side part of the head, which is like more like here to here. How do you feel about that? That would get really messy around that area, wouldn't it? Or will that be mostly handled by the top here? Especially we need to cut off early. Actually, you pull her head down a little bit more. So it's just like over her eyes a bit more than it is right now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we want to do here? We want to bring the hair so that it's a big old clump as we come down. So going from here. I should want multiple pieces here or just one? A very fat piece will be annoying to deal with, but not really the biggest problem in the world either. Especially since it's a very central piece. Won't fight me too much. Ah, no, that's a mark on my monitor. Okay, let's just brush that off there. Let's bring this down, cut that off there, and then make sure it's connected, and then we'll cut off there. See those. Hello there, by the way. Am I okay with just doing it like that, or do I want to vary up the shape a little bit? I feel like I'm going to vary up the shape a little bit. I should actually just turn it into 2 parts, shouldn't I? Let's just turn this in. What's the quickest way to do this? We'll just go like this. We'll go like this. I will chop this in just a tad. We'll bring this down like this. We'll pop that out, and then is that about right? It's about right. Okay, then we'll just duplicate this layer. Have this be the centerpiece. And then we'll just say that for you, this is the front piece, so we don't want you, or you. And for this, we don't you. That's too far apart. That's too aggressively cut. I actually want to grab this piece. And either way, welcome to the stream. Going through the very many little bits of line art pieces we need for animating the hair, given that there's going to be some level head turn, so I need to very aggressively separate every little bit. Actually, I want to pull it in a little bit. Put it in a little. We'll just go center. Just grab you. We're just gonna bring you in. Then a little bit that way, and then can I salvage this? Let me just a little bit that way, and a little bit in, a little bit down this way, a little bit in. Wait, okay. Okay. Then coming off the center here, so we'll just go down and just point this in a lot more than where it is right now, and we'll just kind of thin that out and point this I need this line to be more pointing inwards, or do I just go like this? I could just go actually this should probably be outside line. What I can do is we just bring this so that it's more in line with where the head actually is in terms of where the hair is rooting through. Bruh. Let me get in here and get rid of this line. Just let me pop that out. We'll just go ahead and cut this off. Is this there? Cut this off like right about here. And we'll just go ahead and soften out this end. Ooh. Get right in there. Just do this. Right. Okay, I'll just do it like that for now. Then We want another 2 pieces to finish this off. So we'll go... this is coming from here. We want to bring this kinda towards her eye, right? Want to bring it kinda out aggressively or not out so aggressively? Out here, right? Yeah, but we'll just go ahead and coming from the root of the hair, which is about here. Chop this across like so, pop that up, pop there. I actually want that to be out of piece. I know. Okay, let me just turn this into a single piece so that I can just chop out, do a part of this. Okay, then. We're just going to go ahead and duplicate this. Turn you off, and then we want to just get rid of you, and then we want to go and just chop off you. Then we're just going to grab you and we're going we could go with that for now. Alright, that's a centerpiece. Then the left part here, what do we want to do with this? We want to just tuck. How many pieces do we have here? 2? Aim that towards where her ear would be, and then we also want this to go. We just turn this into like a complete piece here just to make it easy to work with. The rest of this is gonna have to be handled by the top here covering all of this. Then I want to bring this. I want to curve this in a little bit more aggressively. Okay, I'll go with that. Okay, now then, I actually want to pull this underneath, although I just want to bring it on top. I guess that'll really mesh, find out once the lines are all in, but... Alright, so we'll go to the right side. We'll go 1, 2, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Yeah. Bring this in a little bit. Around there, or more in. Could go a little bit more in. Then we want to bring the second one down to about the cheek. Name it as such again. I think I'm actually pulling it up a little bit more than maybe I should be, but... What did I just do on it? Okay, there we go. We want to do this piece, we want to let it flop out a little bit more. I want to judge everything based on this piece, right? Yeah. I think I'm actually bringing this in. More indent that, more indent. Oh. I'll go ahead and do this right over the top of this. I want to hook this in a little bit more. Not doing it like this. Then we want to put a outer piece onto here. We kind of want to flop it this way, right? Then we want this piece to go. Oh jeez. Hmm. Um. Um. Alright, then. What we'll do from there, basically all of the front pieces for the most part. Ears. Alright. Actually, do I need to do the top? No, I don't. Well, how is that going to work? Do I need a top and then a back behind it to do the cover? Do I need to do a front cover like right? And the front cover should just be a color layer without any lines, realistically speaking. I just need a cover piece. Alright, so what are we looking at for the ear? We're looking at a front, back, and a fluff. Yeah, that should be it. We go ear front, ear fluff. I'll probably work out what that's actually called. Ear back, put into a folder, right, duplicate, left. Okay, so I think, apart from the ears being in the wrong position, I think the shape is more or less okay, so we're just gonna, for the most part, go with exactly, I think. Also, stretching out of frame because the ears are very... Can it be wider? Something like that. Then we'll just kind of close off the top to make sure that it's easy to work with. Do I want to close that off completely or do I not? And then what do I want to do for the fluff ball here? Connect that, pop that. More out, more out. Miss out. About there. Let's say about there. Okay, where do we want to actually position this ear? Because this ear also needs to move a little bit. Actually, this is about the right. Want to bring the ear in a little bit. Bring it in a little bit. Not too wow. In a little bit. Bum. Should I point more up or should I not point? Up just a little bit. Ooh, that's okay, ears. Then, for that, we want the top here. Is 100% like a braid happening back here somewhere, isn't there? Why is it layered? Was her hair tied up at the back? It's can't really tell. What is happening back here that is causing this? Did the hair go like that? Well, we can also use that to our advantage, where we can go basically just tuck it in towards the just like forcefully tuck it in. Will we ever see the side? Probably not, but I think we'll just tuck it in the same way on the side too. ba ba bum, bum. Okay, then the remainder of the pieces here need to go behind the head. Okay, so let us move from here going in front of the head to here going behind the head. I need to tuck it in like way early. I actually need to tuck it in like. I just do this. Alright, so here we'll go. What do we want to do here? To be safe, we probably want the back part of the hair to go behind the body. But for here, we can do the side pieces. We could go a little wide here, then we're going to turn to here. I actually need to bring that down. Oh jeez. Oh, it's getting hard to see. Hold on, where's Otogi? Let's turn her off for a bit. Let's just cut that off to make that easy to work with. That shouldn't be a problem if I cut that off. I want that to be in front of the back. Let's be it. Hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-la-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, bum. I want to bring that in a little bit more as this piece. Ba-la-ba-ba-la-ba-bum. Bum-ba-bum-ba-bum. Hmm. I want to pull that down more, right? Bum-ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum-ba-la-ba-bum-ba-ba-la. Alright, how much do I actually want to swing her hair out on this side? Let's see. Bum ba bum ba la ba ba la ba ba bum ba bum bum. I actually want to pull it down that far, though. Okay, we'll bring this so that we're going. Mhm. Ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. Mhm. I actually want to separate this into two parts. I could actually have this curl like it does in her portrait here. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. I'll put it in a little bit more. Okay, we'll sit that like that for now. That took way too long. There shouldn't be bits through here. And then once we move over to Yukino, there's not going to be that many bits through here. Yukino's hair is actually very simple. Alright, so we want to go body. We want to do the rest of Niko's hair now while I'm still at that point where my sanity is slightly down. Alright, how do we want to do this? We're gonna go center, left, right. There's a lot of pieces here. There are a shit ton of pieces here. How do we do this? So we want the two side pieces coming down that effectively control the shape of her head. Alright, so we want to go folder, duplicate, duplicate, right, left, back, no, Center. Bum, 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 bum. Don't need to fuck it that aggressively. Let's just go like the. Then that goes from I just did that correctly. Yes, I did. You're the outer, and you're the inner. Then we want to pull this back a bit. No, we'll pull that out a little bit, pull this. Alright, do the same thing here. We go outer into inner. I could do some bigger pieces here without worrying too much about it, I think, so... And we want to go into here. Do we want to split this into left and right again from the center part? Alright, do that again. We'll go right left from the center area. Too many freaking pieces at this point. How do we want to split this though? Ba bum bum ba bum. Alright, so starting from the outer part, we'll go what can we do with you? We'll just grab you, we're just gonna go a little bit this way. Bup, bup, bum. There we'll go. Ba, 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 Oh boy, another 4 layers. Do I need this interface here? Actually, probably put this light here. We need a centerpiece here. Okay, is that all the hair pieces? That's a lot of hair pieces. You can just see the amalgamation of lines on her head. It's really not like the super high detail style. Oh boy. Alright, down to the body. How many pieces do I need here? Can I actually do the neck and the chest as one piece here with the orientation she's at? I actually can, can't I? I don't need to worry too much about the shape difference here. Okay, what do I want to do here? We need more neck. Was that enough neck to work with? Not moving the neck here. Just to ensure that I have enough real estate to work with. Alright, so once again we're starting with the collar, although we start with the arms. Because her hands has to come right up front. And effectively it'll be our hands first, and then the Alright, how do we want to do this? We want to go left. No, we're gonna go right, left. Alright, so we're gonna go color right, color left. Hello there, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just finished up the insanity, which is Niko's hair. You might be able to tell from the extremely high number of lines up top. But we're moving on to the body here at the current point. I need to move the center of the body a little bit. I do. I'm not a little bit too once. Do a bit of that, and then we want. Not bring up that high. I want to bring it. Not too much. Since she is largely facing forward, what I think I'm going to do is, by not turning her body very much, I can actually just go ahead and have her... Actually, wait, how turned is her body to begin with here? Do I actually need to pull it over her arm? You know, I think on this side we actually need to pull it over her arm a little bit. Actually, no, she doesn't. Where do we want to bring this out to? Is that too high? It's a little bit too high. Let's bring this down a little bit. Then we just want to bring this over the top and then under again till we reach. I find out the one to bring this. Yeah, to be a little bit more liberal than what I have in the sketch, so we'll just make that adjustment right here. ba la ba la ba 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 la ba ba. What do we want to do here? I want to do the back part right now. But I actually want to deal with the other parts first. Or like if I do it now, we'll forget about it later. Alright, let's go. Ba, bum, bum, bum. Alright, let me just sit down. Oh. Alright, where's my chair gone? Okay. What if I brought the right side of her collar too far out? It's not actually going over her arm. It only goes over the arm on like Kurumi because she's a little bit smaller. But I'll bring this down a bit more. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so underneath here we want the scarf part. So we want to go what, left, right, the front of the tie, two ends, back of the tie. Okay. Oh jeez. Bigger. Then we want to go scarf right, scarf left. Yikes. Don't do that. Right, then bring it up a little bit, bring it up a little. What should I bring it up by? Actually quite a bit. Bum, 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 bum. I will just make these quite long. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Okay, her one's more complex, sure. Okay, what are we dealing with here? We are looking at box. Then we go across. Ba-la-ba-bum, ba-la-ba. Oh, there we go. That was unnecessarily complex, and that's going to be a lot of lines right where I need to draw hands. I probably should have done hands first, otherwise that's going to confuse the shit out of me. What do we want to do here? Okay, so basically you want to bring the right arm up front. I need to try and figure out where the thumb is. Is the hand ever going to be in a position where I need to figure out where the thumb is? Perhaps. Well, that's gonna suck. Honestly, if I need a different shot, it might be better just to draw the hand in a completely different shape rather than trying to bend the fingers into place, because that's never worked. Or I don't do it in a nice enough way. I mean, at the current stage, I'm scheduling for the whole month, and I'm also adding on stream time in terms of the amount of time I'm like dedicating to focus on this. So see if I meet that record. I don't. It's part of me that feels like I might not, but realistically, I actually need to get the coloring done. Probably at the start of like next week to be on schedule, based on how I'm scheduling or how I've assigned time for it. And realistically, I'm gonna do some work offline as well. As we're saying, like doing the whole art portion and the modeling portion and the animation portion. There's a lot of characters to work through, and given that there's a little bit of head turn on probably all of the characters, as much as it's not as much as like say a VTuber model, it is still a significant amount of details that need to move because of all the hair pieces. I'm really deciding whether I need to actually even separate art. There's the argument that if the hands stay in this pose, I may as well not even have the two arms be. This will just be a single piece. Okay, so we go right arm. Actually, this doesn't need to be super. Let's just make this forearm. Ah, that couple is horrifically drawn. Like the lines are just like a complete miss. I'm just gonna shrink this part down a little bit. Okay, it's just really a matter of what I do about the head, right? Ah, do I need to separate the fingers? Ah, do I need to separate the fingers? Oh, the biggest question right now. Oh, you know what? Let's be safe about it. Let's separate it. Alright, you're now the forefinger. We're just gonna separate the fingers individually, not gonna separate the joints for this, I think. If I need to separate the joints, I'll lose my mind. Um, bum. What part of the hand is this part? I'll do something like that. That's not what the phone's supposed to be doing, we just need the phone to have a shape vector. Alright, you are all part of the right. Then we need a left. Too far out. Way too far. Does the hand go in front or behind us? It is behind, right? Okay, so that was all the hand pieces. Did that? Ba ba bum ba bum. The pink is actually behind the palm here. Ba bum ba la ba 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 bum. bum. Mm-hmm. Mm. Um. Okay, this is a bit where it's probably easier. This is just one piece. Hmm. Now, you know what, let's just start fighting with the hands for a bit and do some other part. Um. Her uniform is technically a bit shorter. I'm gonna go ahead and do full length anyway. Her uniform is also quite loose, so I think we'll just be a bit liberal with how we're ending her uniform here. Gonna need to be a lot of line cleanup as well once I'm done with this part. Ba, la, ba, bum. I'm running out of water. Hold up, I got more water somewhere around here. Yeah, running out of water. I'm gonna run out of resources. Oh boy, not even a cup. Um, uh, uh, um. Okay, then we will need to go arms back. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I just did that on the wrong one. You are now the right Laura. And you can be left now. Oh, what do we want? Hmm. Oh, I don't feel about that part. I really don't know how I feel about the hand right now. That's not how that looks, is it? Wait. It's walking up. Whatever, just leave that there for now. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. You know, it's also not exactly very visible, so I don't know how much I care. Okay, so while I looked at this and it bothered me, let me fix this. Where is this? Okay. Oh, the lines are going crazy at this point. There's still like a number of lines missing. Do I want to start on Yukino now, or do I want to do some geometry to finish up with the little bit of time I have left for the day? I don't even know if I could geometry in like 5 minutes, but I think someone had like a really simple halo. You had the very simple halo. You just had like, I think all of them actually had a relatively simple halo, kind of think of it. They actually had a pretty simple halo for all intents and purposes. It's gonna require me to go looking for some shapes for some of them. Let me just merge these. I think that's like a little bit smaller. How do I change the language input? How do I pull that off? I did that in the wrong layer. Take that out, put that in, put that back in. Okay. Okay, close enough. Oh, it's so fat. Why is it so fat? That looks incredibly fat. Okay, 1. Squeeze out 1. Good enough. I would just kind of quickly position this. We'll kind of want to go probably like... Yeah, Halo 1. Alright, so we'll finish up here for the day. This is kind of what we're looking at right now. Let me just so we can make this more of a full screen experience. Zoom in just a tad to take out a border. So at the current stage, Niko's hands are fine if they don't move. Realistically speaking, I think what I should do is just draw an entirely different hand if I need to change the way she's holding her hands. But aside from that, it's mostly just a matter of getting Yukino in. And comparatively, she's got a lot of very simple parts, so might be able to get through her relatively quickly. Niko will start working on the color portion. There's a lot of things to color, so I don't know how complex I want to go with the color, but enough to know at least where the lighting is coming. Alright, so anyways, that will be it for today. So thank you very much for watching today's session of Lineart. So you'll see more of this. Remember to subscribe or follow, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like, it helps me out, and I'll see you again next time.